Welcome to the Answer Era podcast. Please do not adjust your tube. That's right. It's not Zah today. It's not Zah. I'll be standing in for Zah tonight. I'm gonna be a little substitute. I'm the backup point guard. I'm like Shake Milton. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure we don't miss a step. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, because I'm a good backup point guard. But Zah's not gonna be able to make it here tonight. He had other obligations. I mean, obligations that actually pay him. So, gotta do what you gotta do. We're gonna see him again because we're gonna be coming to y'all live this Sunday. That's right. We're coming back now for twice a week. We're gonna see y'all one time during the week, and we're gonna see y'all on Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in with us. And all you gotta do is subscribe to us, and it's the Answer Era Podcast. You can subscribe to us on Facebook or subscribe to us on YouTube. It doesn't even matter. But make sure you subscribe because then you can get in on a conversation. And if you saying something that we want to talk about, we'll talk about it. But if you just popping off just to be popping, I ain't trying to waste my time with it. But we appreciate all y'all fans, but we want to catch up right now because it's been about a week since the last time we was with y'all, and a lot has happened, y'all. A lot has happened. We got. You know what? Let's just get into it because, I mean, we know the three games we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Golden State. We're going to talk about the Timberwolves. And we're going to talk about the Magic. And if we got time, we're going to talk a little bit about the Birds because they just lost the big one up there in the Meadowlands. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing on my homies, my esteemed panelists. Let's first start with Big Ski. What's up, big homie?
Hey, how's everybody doing? Love
Yo.
everybody. Got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. I'm ready to get started. Let's go.
Yo, man, where your bucket at? I don't even recognize you without the bucket.
It's the winter time. You know what I mean? I'm off season.
Can we do Scully's indoors? You can do Scully's indoors, right?
I didn't want to wear the Scully.
Yo, I got this little baseboard heater burning up my legs right now. I can't wear nothing hot in here, man. Nothing hot. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have some fun tonight. And of course, we're gonna bring on our next big homie, Baritone himself. What's up, Herb? Talk to the people.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Answer class. Let's go.
Let's do it. You ready to rock tonight?
Yeah, let's get it in, man. I'm ready.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Couch potato number one, my man. and of course, we gotta have the boy that's doing productions, the boy who comes up with all the little funny shit, all the funny stuff right behind the screens that we can't do. We got the young boy, Lil Ski, our producer. What's up, little homie?
What's going on? I cannot wait till we get to our Eagles topic. I have a lot to say. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I didn't even know you like football.
Oh no, I like football.
You do like football?
Just not liking the Eagles right now. That's all.
Yo, man, we should pull the tape like for last week when Zah said I watched my first full Eagles game. Y'all heard that? It's like week 11. He said I watched the first full game. Yo, man, he off limits now. He can't touch no Eagle conversation. He on probation for the rest of the year, man. But we be talking a lot of junk on this show. And of course, we started talking about our predictions. Who know the six is the best? So let's just go back and rewind the tape and let's see what we said last week about these last three games.
Quarter. All right, let's get to the predictions, guys.
Say 2-1.
I'm with Herb on that 2-1.
So I think we go 2-1. 2-1.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
All right, I'm gonna start. First of all, let me start. Let me start first. Let me start first. And the reason why is because I was so close to that 2-1, man. I was so close. I just knew. And the thing about it was, I thought we was gonna be Golden State. I thought we was gonna get Golden State, drop Minnesota, and come back and get who was the last squad we had? The Magic. That's what I thought we was gonna do. So I mean, like. I was wrong. I wasn't right. I don't know if anybody was right. What did you have, Ski? What did you have?
Well, what I had was 3-0. I was totally wrong. Now, I thought after the Warriors game that we were still going to beat Minnesota and Orlando, so I was going to come with, we were 2.5. And
2.5?
How?
How you get 2.5?
How you get 2.5? What's a half?
Yo, if you saw the first half, oh yeah, it was a party. We'll get into that. But that's really pretty much where I went with that one.
Herb, what you have?
I had 2-1 too.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
What did you have lined up?
I thought that we were going to beat Golden State and Minnesota and then somehow lose to Orlando, which almost happened. It almost happened. But either way, that loss to Minnesota, it was a bad one. It was a bad one.
It was. Lil Ski, what you got?
I had 2-1. Obviously, I had us losing to Golden State, even though the first half it looked like we came out and was playing good, but we ended up losing that game. And then, of course, I had us beating Minnesota and Orlando because we was at home. Those teams are not that good, but even though the Timberwolves have very talented players, they're not that good of a team. So I thought we would beat them, especially at home, but we ended up dropping that one. And last night, the Magic, I don't know, we're at home. We got our squad back. We only win by 5 against the worst team in the league.
Right.
I'm worried. That's why I'm worried.
Okay.
So.
I mean that makes sense. It's some concerns there, and we need to talk about it. But let's start with our next. We'll start with the games in order. Let's just take on one bite at a time. We'll go ahead and start with the Golden State game. Of course, you're up by 19. You lose by 20 on the road. The brothers are dueling it out. How you just run out of gas out there, man? You had to put your. I mean, Steph is Steph. I mean, he's not going to be beat. I can understand losing that game, but when you up 19 points, you have to slow the game down. You cannot allow those transition threes, which they like to do. They started D'ing us down. And it's like we didn't even have an answer. But, I think we may have expected that. I mean, Golden State is the best team in the league right now. So I think we partially expected it. But those opportunities, man, that bench came through. I mean, we shorthanded. The bench was right there ready to pull one off. And we need some more good feeling stuff going on here in Philly, man. We need some Rocky stories where forget the moral victories, man. I'm over the moral victories. You know what I mean? Hey, Ski, talk to me. What 20 up by 20, lose by 20? What happened?
I'm not really sure because I sure was rocking and rolling in that first half. I was like, ooh, okay. They on the, this is what I'm talking about. At least it's going to be a good game. Then all of a sudden, they had to call timeout. See, and then after the timeout, they said, "That's it." And that got a lot to do with Maxey. They know how to shut him down. It's like they let Maxey play when they want to, but then they know how to. Okay, do this, and Maxey's not going to work for us anymore. So that's what I think about the Warriors game. We were up big, and we got to come through with these wins, and we should have won that game. And one last thing about that, this comes down to we're missing that $150 million player.
Good point.
Even though we playing good, we need to fill that role with something. So
they should have did what I said they should have did. They should have went ahead and got Kelly Oubre then we should have made the Warriors do a sign and trade. We would have Kelly Oubre. When he act up sometimes, that would be acting up when Tobias is going and when Joe's going. But I could tell by y'all faces y'all don't like that deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Herb, what happened? Tell two halves. Talk to us. What happened?
I don't want to say something to Ski. I don't think it was them shutting down Maxey. That's not what happened. Okay. George Niang and what's his name, Thibault and all them guys, they was hitting shots in the first half, but in the second half, Thibault, I don't know. To be honest with you, nobody has called Thibault out. He's been terrible. He's been terrible. These past 10 games, I don't know where he's been at. He can't even hit the side of a barn.
Well, somebody,
you know what I mean? But towards the in the second half, it was just like they just couldn't hit shots. None of them hit shots.
To your point, I also thought. I thought Thibault was going to take a step forward too. I thought that he would be a little bit more consistent from beyond. But of late, at least they started doing what they should be doing. Look, if you can't shoot that thing, I need you working your way down by the basket for some easy looks. And at least they started getting him involved there. He's great in transition. But you're right. Thibault, what is he? When as far as scoring options, what he's 6th or 7th? You know what I mean? What is he really?
Man, we're lucky to see him get 2 baskets a game.
I know. But he shut down some of them other boys in critical moments. I mean,
he's great on defense, but it's not enough, man. It's not enough. He's almost like Ben Simmons, not shooting the ball. He shoots the ball, he just can't make it.
Time out. That's the name we don't speak of. The name we don't speak of. Of course, we need some sort of alarm. So remember how Pee Wee Playhouse, everybody used to go crazy. Oh, he said it. We can't say that name around here no more. We just got to wait till that deal's done. Lil Ski, tell two halves. What you have on it?
It's like they went in the locker room and Draymond Green started cursing them out or something. I don't know. Because they came out and then it was like, all right, y'all done for the night. We gonna win this game and we gonna win convincingly. Golden State's the best team in the league. So when you have that momentum, like you said, you have to, slow the ball down, try to eliminate as many possessions as possible so that they don't have all those shots to be able to come back. They're the best shooting team in the league. So, they can come back quick. And that's how they was able to turn the score around like that so fast. So we got our players back, but we still have to learn how to win. We still haven't learned how to beat those good teams. And we were up 19, so maybe I thought we was going to be like, all right, Doc can pull this through. Doc can get our young players and get our role players to get this win. But, we ended up losing that game. So that's all I got.
The last thing I found surprising about that is Golden State young boys is okay too. You know what I mean?
Their scouting department is very, very good. They usually get all their players drafted and well coached.
And they are well coached. They're very well coached. But okay, so I think by predictions, we all expected it's possible we could lose to Golden State. Ain't nobody worried about that one. But then we come back home and we got the Timberwolves, the first game home after a 4-game road stint. Timberwolves take us to double overtime, and then the Maxey turnover. Joel B can't even get in the right position to take the final shot. You lose a double overtime game at home, so D'Angelo Russell can start popping his junk at the end of the game talking about something. He said, D'Angelo said, well, they thought they could just sit out and then come back and play us when we get here. Ain't nothing sweet like that. Ain't nothing sweet. He tried to talk all grimy. He light-skinned. I said, man, I'm lucky I didn't come to that game. Yo, man, I would have jumped over the first row. I'm like, yo, man, stop talking real slick, man. What are you talking all? All right. We lost. Double overtime. Herb, what do that double overtime loss mean? What do it mean? What you get from it? What was the takeaways of it?
Well, it was a very, very exciting game. Up and down, it was a lot of scoring, back and forth. And for me, I don't think that it was too much of a loss. Like, it's not going to hurt us right now because we're only 3.5 games out of first. So it's still tight. It's still very early in the season. And I don't know, but the loss, I'm going to have to give credit to Doc on that one. He lost that game. And it's real simple. I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. When do you give your center the ball at the end of the game, 4 seconds left on the clock? Who in the history of basketball gets the ball? Center.
If your center is your closer, you give the ball to your center.
Whoever centers, all of them.
Tim Duncan would have got the ball. Tim Duncan would have got it.
Center. No.
Jabbar would have got the ball. Jabbar would have got it.
Left out of a timeout.
Or is he about to shoot a 3?
That's the problem. He's too far away from the basket. He's too far away.
No, you can't give it to your 7-footer, man. Not at that part of the game. Not after a timeout, 4 seconds left on the clock.
I get your point, Herbie, but we don't have nobody else to do it, and that's our problem.
Not our game no more.
That's our problem. We need somebody who can create their own shot. The center can't do it.
It's under 100.
He
But
can't
that's
dunk.
what we had to
Guy
do.
we got to replace him with.
Right, but that's what we got right now. We don't have it. So
And
we
that's
gotta
and that's it. Embiid had a very, very good game. We had what 40? I think he had 40 points that game. But
Right.
I think Maxey.
it's still his first game back from COVID, man. That's you asking a lot, man. Double overtime game, give it to your son. Nah, no.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, Doc did draw that up. You know, it came from out the break, and so they had an opportunity at least get him moving towards the basket, not just grabbing it where he grabbed it. So I hear what you're saying about Doc there, but to me, I'm like, I seen a little bit of inexperience with that point guard when it got butt cheek tight. Boy, I seen a little turnover. He lost his head a little bit, little ski, double overtime. Loss.
I don't think, like D'Angelo Russell said, that we waited for them and thought that it would be a sweet game. I think teams around the league know that you have to at least give some respect to the Timberwolves just because of the talent they have. They have Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. Those are three very talented players. Those were all three top 2 picks in the draft or top 3 picks in the draft. So I don't think that it was like a disrespect thing. Now, of course, they're not a good team, but we got to find a way to pull that out. We're at home, our best. We were healthy. I mean, even though our players were coming back from COVID, we all pretty much played except for I think one person, maybe. So we still got to find a way to pull out that game. I don't think that's a game that we can afford to lose because then now it forces us to have to win games against the better teams. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to beat Atlanta, and now we have to beat,
Boston.
Brooklyn.
You got to beat Boston.
Right.
Yeah,
we have to win. We got to win the games that we're supposed to win. It's
going
to come back to haunt us.
It really stung. I mean, you claw your way back in. I think in that game, we may have been down by 17 points at one point, and to claw your way back into that game, and then to send it into overtime in that fashion. I was telling my wife, I said he got to make the first and miss the second. He has to miss the second. She said he really gonna miss. I said if he's good, he'll miss it. And missed it perfectly. It's just such a shame that they couldn't kill that game, man. I mean, they up to that point. I mean, it's like they did everything they had to do to get that game. Ski, what did you see in that double overtime loss that you want to talk about?
Well, I'm gonna just go to. I feel like I met somebody. His name is Edwards. I may not have been paying attention, but when he jumped over the backboard, right? I knew, you know what I mean? So now I'm starting to see they got some good players on that team too. Now it all comes down, if you ask me, Maxey just doesn't know how to win. We have to substitute another million big time player that will at least teach Maxey how to become the guy. He's just doing it without we should put Chris Paul on the team and let him teach Maxey how to play. He needs a teacher, an on the court teacher, and that's
hold on.
Star. But right now, we don't have it.
What is Doc Rivers and Sam Cassell? Point guards.
On the court.
Point guards. We need somebody to teach our big man on how to handle the paint. That's what we need.
I'm talking about on the court. On the court to teach. I'm just talking about Maxey right now.
Right.
Maxey doesn't know how to win. So
it's only his second year.
Okay, but you asked me, what do I think about the double overtime loss? Maxey screwed up.
Now, Ski, let me ask you, Ski, from what you've seen, are you willing, not that it's a process, but are you willing to deal with the growing pains of a young point guard to sacrifice the season and then know that it's going to pay dividends in the future? Or do you say nix that, get a bona fide point guard right now and let them still continue to learn?
Not learn. When I say learn, I'm not saying he shouldn't play a lot of minutes. He needs that veteran guy that don't care about playing quite so much. You know what I mean? Anymore, but can teach him how to
Rondo.
There you go. Go get
Lowry.
Somebody
like Kyle Lowry.
Going up at the end of the last 30 seconds, you put them in. Because his
A
last
bulldog, a real bulldog, a real bulldog.
I know a couple players that was like that. They all that in the middle of the game, last 30 seconds don't go so well. You know what I mean? Because it's, you know, and Maxey's like that right now. And that's what he has to learn, how to win. Now, if he knows how to win, we win all those games, all of them. You know, we're kicking people's butt every night.
Well, when you speak about he has to learn how to win, I think he learned pretty quickly because he comes back and help us put away the Magic 2 days later, and the Magic battles back. I mean, the Magic. Doc even said it. Doc said that they brought a lot of energy, and we couldn't match that, but we still got away with the win. And that was the truth. And I mean, look up all of a sudden. We got a little old team a little bit. We ain't like young bulls no more. We're nowhere near a young team for the league. But they pull it out with the help of Maxey, Thibault, and Joe and the rest of the group there. So, you know, I thought it was a good thing. Of course, every win is good, and I'm not gonna worry about style points. But you do think that we should handle Orlando and be able to keep them at bay from start to finish. They should not make that a close game that they did. But maybe some of the COVID boys are still getting their legs and their shots underneath them. Doc is still working on the rotations as they come back as well. So all that, I believe, probably played a part in it. But we're going to start this round off with Lil Ski. What happened during that Magic game? How did we win the game?
Well, we won because the Magic are just not a good team. They're like the worst team in the league. So if we lost that game, I might not become a fan no more. But we ended up winning at the end. Okay, we won. Like you said, every win counts. So we're happy that we won. But when last year we were the number 1 seed in the East. We behind our team comes expectations, and we have to kind of live up to those expectations because we're supposed to beat those teams and beat them down. Like we're supposed to beat the Magic by 20 points at home. Come on. We got to beat them and show that we're dominant. But when you let them hang around, that's when other teams are like, oh, they're not that good. We can take them, you know? So we got to figure some stuff out. I know our players just came back, but we got to figure something out because I didn't like how we played the Magic and we only won by 5 points at home.
In fact, we saw it right there. It said Bet IQ. I think they do this thing in the middle of the game. The game started off, we were 13.5 point favorites. At halftime, which I think we had a 10-point lead, they said they bumped it up. So if you had an in-game deal, like instead of catching them at 13.5, now to take that bet, you have to take them at 15.5. And it didn't go that way. Even though the game was trending that way, it just didn't go that way. Big Ski, why did it not go that way?
Well, because we're struggling. And once again, it's because we're missing $150 million person. Even if we can't be, I'm going to go back to the last question where the player that I want to mention. Go back to Jimmy Butler. Player like that doesn't have to shoot a whole lot. I'm starting to think Kyle Lowry would have been outstanding now. Remember when we doubted that? I don't know. His leadership and let Maxey go ahead and play, and then he just do what he do, or even Butler. Butler is the star of that team, but not really. But he is the leader. We need that guy. And they make a lot of money. We need one of them so that Maxey can learn from them. And Orlando game was a prime example. It doesn't matter. The coaches are beating Maxey, not the players. It's the coaching. They just let him play, and then at the end they say, okay, do this. And then he does it every time. He's messing up, and we don't have nobody to go to because we're missing that guy.
Yeah, I know. Like towards the end of the games, when Maxey tried to do that quick step to beat him in the lane and try that little one-hand quick little dead arm on, those centers are catching up to that towards the tail end of the game. They're not letting that go. So to your point, they figuring out. They're getting a book on him. They figuring out what he likes to do, when he likes to do it. But still, his upside potential is crazy, man.
And real quick, that's what I was. Sure. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the season. Right now, he looks great, and that's good that we have a player that we can rely on in the future. But once playoff time comes, teams are going to start game planning for him. They're going to start doing what they do at the end of the game, the whole game. They're not going to just let him. All right, he can do it what he does now, but at the end of the game, we're not going to let it happen. In the playoffs, they're going to say it's not going to happen at all. So I'm just saying, it's unfair to him that he has to learn so fast. But it's the NBA. It's time. So
well, as long as his shots start falling, where if his shot where he can hurt you and make them respect him from beyond. I mean, he's been a little streaky, but that's okay. You expect that from younger players. But if his shot starts falling with real consistency out there, that's only going to make his game more trifling. Herb, the Magic, they duked it out with us. How? Where'd that come from?
All right, y'all. I want to say this. Y'all ready? Y'all sitting down? Everybody sitting down?
Yeah. Drop it on us. Drop it on us.
I think Ben Simmons might be right, man.
Oh, Lord. No, you didn't. Right, I'm taking my plugs out. I'm out. Wait a minute. Listen.
I think, what was it? Joel Embiid was out for how many? About 10 games? I think he was out maybe about 10 games.
I think he was out like 13 days. So
something like that. So during that time, I think Maxey was averaging like 25 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets back with Joel Embiid, I think he might have had about 15, 16 against the Timberwolves in a double overtime game. That's not that good. And then he had 9 against Orlando. That's even worse. I don't think he could play with Joel Embiid either, man. I think, just when Joel Embiid gets the ball, just slows everything down. It just slows the flow of the game down, and it's hard for point guards like Maxey or even Ben Simmons to work with. So I just think that game against the Magic, man. I'm just sitting there looking at Maxey like, what happened? And all I could think of is probably the way Joel Embiid plays. It's Ben Simmons all over again.
Right. Well, I mean that's your opinion. That's what this is an opinionated show. We all don't have
25 again.
No, we all don't have my opinion, but okay, y'all have opinions. Y'all let you get it off. Guys. That was a recap of the last 3 games. Now, before what y'all want to do next? Y'all want to do y'all want to talk birds real quick before we talk about the next 2 games? Let's talk about the birds. Let's go ahead. We just throw it out there real quick. We're running out of time, so try to be brief and to your point. But we lose 7-13 in the Meadowlands up there to the Giants. On the side, we're on the back side of the schedule that everybody said that, hey, we're going to take our lumps early, and on the back end, we're going to start walking around with a big stick, because it's like one of those things when the seniors be beating you up. When the seniors be beating you up, you freshman and you come up. As soon as you're a sophomore, what do? You first thing you do, you start kicking some freshman ass. You know what I mean? It's like, because when the big kids beat you up, then you beat up the little kids. And so
it's a trickle down effect, huh?
It's the cycle of life. That's the cycle of life. That's what it is. Okay, that's the law of the jungle. So we all thought that the Giants would be one of those sweet victories. I didn't think they would be that. It's a divisional game. And when I looked at the game real closely, and again, I try to watch the game 3 times before I speak on it, we outplayed the Giants. We was in that red zone more times. We outgained them. Our defense did more as far as holding them back and stymieing them off than what their defense did to us. We shot ourselves in the foot several times. And the only thing I keep looking back when I watch that tape over and over again is that Jalen Hurts made that specific decision that he was going to target Reagor. The only reason I think he could do something like that is because remember, against the Saints, the word is you only got 2 targets. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. So this game, he takes it upon himself to say, no, we're a more diverse offense. I'm going to start focusing on other bulls. To his own detriment. In the words of New Jack City, I trusted you and you trusted a crackhead.
Yeah.
You can't go out. You can't go out saying that Reagor is going to be my bull. He's going to be my bull. You can't trust that. Sprinkling him in would have been cool, but to put all your eggs in Rager's basket, knowing damn well he don't be coming through like that. That was just a mistake that Hurts made. But I think he's going to learn from that. I think he's going to get back to his bread and butter and stop trying to be offensive coordinator and let the plays come to him. But it's one of those things, man. I ain't have any expectations this season. I said they would probably win about 8 games. So I'm not really worried about playoffs. I just want to see the team look better and play better. The whole team play better, except for the quarterback and one receiver. Catch that ball, the whole move switch, man. The whole move switch. So, one down, but we all Birds fan here since I ain't here tonight. So let's just go ahead and take it around the table. Start with Big Ski. My man who be holding the fly-ass tailgate Jones down at Lot P. Make sure you come through. Will you be deep frying stuff? Everything be deep fried. I love that.
Deep fried chicken.
Yo, man, you can deep fry anything. I want to deep fry some donuts. I want to deep fry my pig feet. Everything going to grease, man.
We've done it all. We've done pancake eggs out there. It's okay. Okay.
Damn right.
So, but now about these Eagles right now. Oh my goodness. I'm a little upset because we stunk it up yesterday, and that's it. And I don't understand the Reagor guy. Okay. They talked about Aguilar. Okay. I've never seen the blatant drops that I seen yesterday from a player that now the only thing I can say in his defense is all of his balls, the ball be wide open, but the ball be underthrown. So he has to step back a little bit, but the ball still hits him in both hands, and he doesn't catch it. Now, I'm not going to take credit for this statement, but I heard somebody say something. We need to put him on defense. Because that's how a defensive player play when they can't catch it, but they right there. We need to put he might be cornerback. Because these balls are hitting him. Yes, are they easy catches? No. Can Hurts throw a little bit better ball? Yes, because for some reason the boy be having steps. But he has to slow down. And that little bump, but the ball still hits him in both hands. So I'm not really sure. We can't keep throwing to him, but that's why I think they like him. Because the boy be open. If you really look at it, the boy got ahead of them. They be ahead of him. And the pass be a little short. And I think that's why they mad at Hurts. So that's what I think about Eagles right now.
Herb, are you an Eagles fan this year?
Yeah, I'm a fan, but not.
I know you was up in the air about it.
I'm not a fanatic this year, man.
Okay.
To be honest, I only expected them to win about 3 or 4 games. So, anything at this point is a bonus. Anything at this point is a bonus. So, I just hope whatever they learn this season can translate into the next season and them do better.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look, ye of little faith. You thought we had 3 games, one for the entire season.
They're doing way better than I thought. So I'm not mad.
Yeah, thanks for putting that up there because we might as well go ahead and let Zai get involved. He must be getting off from work.
To the point.
And he is watching some football now. So how general can you get? The quarterback played bad and Reagor sucks. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. We know. Little ski on you, man. What you got? Talk Birds to me.
We are going. Hold on. Jalen Hurts stinks. Yes. Not Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. Jalen Reagor stinks. Not Jalen Hurts. They both played bad. Jalen Reagor is no good. Do y'all know that we picked Jalen Reagor? I'm sure Quaz knows. We picked Jalen Reagor the very pick before Justin Jefferson. Do y'all know Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
He's one of the best players in the league already.
One of the best. Easy.
Right, and he only was drafted last year, and now we have Jalen Reagor, who is no good. He is not good. Yes, he does get open sometimes. I see what my dad's talking about. He does get behind the defense sometimes, and that must be why they like him. But the first one was a hard catch, but you're in the NFL. It hit him in the face. It was right there, though. The second one is unacceptable. The second one's unacceptable.
Correct. Unacceptable.
There's no way he put his hand up like this and dropped it. There's no way. There's no way. Also, from that play, Devontae Smith was open not once but twice. It's rumored after that play, he went to the sideline like, "Give me the ball, give me the ball." Like he's not even like that type of person. And
he did.
For him to say that, I hope next week we should beat the Jets, but I hope he gets the ball 20 times.
Well, they're saying that he's not looking off receiver, so he's not looking at the open guy. He's looking at whoever the call is. So that's what's happening. Apparently, that wasn't the call, but he's open. He has to learn how to adjust. He's throwing in double coverage. Yes, he is.
I will say that I had to go back and watch that because that play is correct. Actually, there was a shallow cross by Devontae Smith. He actually picks him up and sees him. He had to elude the pressure, and he was moving to his left.
So we got to learn.
Devontae Smith puts his arms up. Devontae put his arms up like I'm open. By the time he gathered, and Lil Ski, you know, you're a quarterback. You going to the left, you're a right-hand quarterback. You still got to flip your hips back around and get under the ball, and then try to get back and throw in position. By the time he did that, that safety was already moving over. So that turned that into a 2-on-1. So he saw him. He was going to go to him. He was late on his throw. Plus, he had to get away from the traffic. So the only other thing you can do is go to your next read, which he did, and it was 1-on-1 in the middle. 1-on-1 right there. I'm going to line you up because I said I was going to take care of you today. Here's your chance. Do it. Reagor, do it. All right, let's talk about Boston and the Hawks. We got 2 games left. Again, I told y'all we're coming back on Sunday. We're going to see y'all on 11. So we got 2 games to talk about. You got 11-10 Boston team coming up tomorrow night at 7:30. And then on Friday, we're still on the road. But now we get to go down there and see Trae Young and the boys who took care of us in the playoffs. We took care of them earlier this year. But I bet you they've been playing a lot better and they want to see us again. They definitely want to see us again. So we got 2 games. Let's go ahead and get our predictions in. I'll go ahead and get us started. We're going to split with these last 2 games. We're going to go 1-1. I think we go ahead and beat Boston, but I think Atlanta got us this time, y'all. What you got, Skate?
Which one, me?
Yeah, you got 2 games, Boston and Atlanta.
What I got is going on is the Boston game. I'm gonna say we're gonna go. Well, shoot, we not. And we on.
I'll come back. Let's come back. Think about it. We'll come back. Herb, what you got? Herb, what you got?
It's simple. 2-0 because we have to. You know what I mean?
2-0 because we have to. All right, look, you got 2-0. Lil Skate, 2 games. What's it going to be?
I'm going 2-0 too. We got to win these games. I don't care. We lost to Minnesota and we barely beat the Magic. We got to go 2-0. We got to beat Boston. Right. Boston, real quick, Boston's not that good this year. They're okay. They're average. I think they're like 11-10 or something around there, something like that.
11-10, right?
Atlanta's playing better, but we got to beat Atlanta. Atlanta embarrassed us last year. So every game we play against them, we got to blow them out like last time. So we going 2-0. 2-0.
Okay, Big Ski, you got everybody answers. Now you got a cheat sheet to work off of. What you got?
Right. I'm going to go 1-1 because we have
good.
We better not go 0-2, but I'm gonna just say 1-1.
All right, good deal. Follow me. Don't follow them. Follow me. Good job. All right, who's that? Great show, guys. See y'all. Oh, you know what? I love that comment because we definitely miss you, Lil Zai. We miss you, homie. We can't wait till y'all guys get back. So that's it for another edition of the Answer Era podcast. We will be getting with y'all on Sunday when we have the whole squad back. Again, catch us on YouTube, catch us on Facebook. Just make sure you hit subscribe so you can come through and holler at us and we can go ahead and bust it up. Just before I leave, Big Ski, what did you have?
Zah said he has a prediction 1-1.
Yeah.
He said 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 1-1. 1-1 for me. It counts. It counts. It's there. It's there. So thank you all for listening. We appreciate y'all hanging out with a couple of fellas. We're going to see y'all this Sunday. Let's go ahead and stay safe. We love y'all. Answer Era Podcast is out. Boom.